From St. Cloud, Florida, this is the Phoenix Rising Radio Network.
We have a 9-year-old girl in the studio. No, she's not being held hostage.
She wanted to come here. Who are you?
Brooklyn. Everything's better with me in it.
Welcome to the Doc Show, Coast to Coast, with Doc Holliday.
Every newsman in this city's laughing at us.
Well, she's weird, and you're awkward.
We're a great match, right?
Perfect couple.
And I don't like it.
Weeknights, 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern.
I have been telling you since you were 4 years old. It's okay to be smarter than everybody, but you can't go around pointing it out.
Smarter than you.
Yeah, right. 50-year-old.
I'm not 50.
Give Doc a call, 407-498-3193.
You know, if we did a shot every time they said something embarrassing, this would be one hell of a drinking game.
So I look old to you?
Middle-aged.
What is middle-aged to you?
About 60, 70.
Jeez.
I'll get the vodka.
What do you get when you cross a highly outspoken individual with the power of radio? Well, you still get the highly outspoken Doc.
The facts are that Barack Obama is not a Christian.
Do you have proof? I'm asking you because when I'm investigating something, I use proof.
Well, there's a lesson for you.
Welcome to the Doc Show, Coast to Coast, with Doc Holliday.
I will survive without you.
President Obama leaves on the final trip to Europe of his presidency. He held a news conference at the White House and revealed he has talked to Donald Trump about NATO, the long-standing alliance that Trump suggested during the campaign he might want the U.S. to pull back from.
One of the messages I will be able to deliver is his commitment to NATO.
Veteran journalist Gwen Ifill has died. PBS confirming she had cancer. Ifill was co-anchor and managing editor of NewsHour and had moderated 2 vice presidential debates.
Google says it's updating its policy to keep ads from being put on fake news sites.
Hate crimes in America last year included acts of intimidation, vandalism, and assault.
Fewer parents are resorting to spanking their kids. New research reveals a dramatic shift in disciplinary methods.
Dozen brush fires still burning in North Carolina.
We're getting help from Alaska, California, all states out west because they knew how much North Carolina firefighters in the past have helped them.
This is interesting. Work has begun at Chernobyl on a giant concrete and steel arch that's going to cover the site of the reactor that exploded in 1986. Now, even crazier, they want to make Mexico pay for it.
It's Tuesday!
UN experts say 2016 will go down as the hottest year in recorded history.
Every month this year has been the hottest on record.
Global warming can cause weather at both extremes.
So you're saying warming makes it colder.
Bring a sweater. It's slow outside.
It's showtime!
I don't want to cause a stampede or a revolt.
There is a disturbing trend.
We don't have any coffee.
Today, Barack Obama held a press conference where he emphasized the need for calm, then immediately left for Greece. He'll probably be back. Do we still have his damage deposit? Okay, then he'll be back. He'll definitely be back.
Yeah, 'cause you gotta check him, you know. Now they skip out at the end. He finally says, yes, we need peace in the country. He refuses to take credit for these being Obama people, Obama voters, Hillary. This is all the Democrats, man. And you're just so pathetic. It's so pathetic. If you don't think Donald Trump was a good choice for whatever reason, and you have a right to feel whatever you want to feel, okay? You don't have a right to burn the flag. And I don't care how many of you libtards want to argue with me about that. It's $1,000 fine and a year in jail, okay? You cannot burn the flag. If you are arrested for burning a flag, you probably won't, but can go to jail. Period. End of story. So, all of these, and you know they have masks on. The ones that are yelling, go Trump. So they're lighting, I'm looking at a picture of them, they're lighting a flag. And the guy stands up and yells, "Go Trump!" And you believe that a man who ran on Let's Make America Great Again was accused of being a racist, was accused of being a white guy. Yeah, because you don't want to be white in today's society. Being white is a terrible, awful thing. But if you notice all the protesters, they're all white. People are paid money by the George Soros, the Hillary Clintons, although she's out of control, dude. Wait till I tell you what happened on election night. If she had won, she could not have come out and accepted. She was hammered and had a hissy fit and assaulted 4 of her aides before she was subdued by a doctor. She's out of control. And all these people that you see, these are the people that wanted, they want the say in the world. They want Hillary, a continuation of the failed Obama, who did get the hell out of here pretty fast. I don't know if you noticed. Says he's going over to Europe to tell them everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be fine. Yet won't say that to Americans who said Donald Trump wasn't fit to be president and the biggest mistake we'd ever make in the history of the United States, aside from electing him, would be electing Donald Trump. Now everything's cool. These protesters, these people, and the people threatening violence, now there have been death threats made against Trump in the name of the Democratic Party. It doesn't look like the Democrats are going to be around very long. That's right, a death threat. And they're putting it on Twitter. Not Snapchat, which I think is the one that goes away in 10 seconds, but can be recalled. But I see it on Facebook. I've had people who pick fights with me. They're back. And I've because I told everybody, my Facebook wall has been designated now because you already called me a racist for 8 years. I mean, seriously, do I care? But I couldn't just snap you off because you said a lot of stupid things and accused me of being a racist. That made me look guilty. So I fought with you. And I won every single argument because liberals think they're so smart. It's exhausting watching the news. It's exhausting. And now it's my job, though, to make sure that you are not, because, see, half of the United States of America are drooling, slack-jaw morons. Absolutely, positively, whether it's because of incest and y'all related to each other, which does happen a lot. Is it because of the drugs that you're putting into your body that aren't the fun drugs? But I dropped my football picks. That's up, by the way. And last week's are up. It's slack jaw. You ever seen a dude with a slack jaw? Just slack jaw. Drooling. Morons. That's what half this country is. And it's not because half the country didn't vote. You understand? You divide the country into thirds because there are 300 million adults that habitate the United States of America. Many, of course, are illegal. More illegals voted than slackjaws voted. more illegals voted than these jerk-offs that you see burning the flag. But they've got masks on. Masks. What does a mask tell you? The KKK wears masks. Black Lives Matter, well, they're just stupid. They should wear masks. We know how to get those guys. The only blacks I've seen protesting are Black Lives Matter. That's it. It's all whites. Which will tell you one thing. There just aren't that many white Democrats. The Democratic Party is made up of 93% black folk. But I don't see them out there. If Democrats were really upset at Donald Trump, and they really believe this election was rigged, and you really can't say it because it wasn't. It's just that you don't understand, because you're stupid, how Hillary could get more votes, yet lose. Well, when you look at it, and you look at what Obama did, which was a federal crime, but they're just letting it go, was he held a press conference and taught illegal aliens how to get around being illegal and how to get identification so they could vote and where to go. I saw it. I almost spit my oatmeal up. What the hell is this? And then I found the video and put it on Facebook. I said, do you people see this? This is a felony. And people were like, I said, you got Hillary is about to be charged, by the way, with 8 rock-solid felonies. Oh, no! Wait a second. Hold on. They're not bringing charges against Hillary Clinton. She was freed. No, she wasn't. Ah, you're stupid. There are 8 pending felonies against Hillary Clinton, and there's going to be more. Because guess who never stopped investigating her? And guess who did? Okay, the FBI. Why did they stop investigating Hillary a second time? Because the emails in question, which would be a federal crime to possess, because they were the emails from her time in the State Department, where she had that hot little Muslim thing, was her, lesbian lover / top aide. Hillary definitely made out better in that situation, that's for sure. Ugh, I couldn't imagine. But then again, she grew up Muslim, beaten, raped, and finally escaped to the United States. So you can figure. She's been through hell. But having to satisfy Hillary Clinton? Ugh. She was the one in possession. And they wanted to see if any of those mails could have been in the possession of Hillary Clinton at any particular time after she left the State Department. And Andrew Weiner, Anthony, what's his name? I just call him Weiner. Weiner.
Yeah, I think it was Anthony.
Okay. Tony Weiner was sending out his porn to underage kids, which would have made Hillary an accessory to it. Once it became apparent that Hillary never had possession of that laptop, the FBI came out and said, okay, that's all we wanted to check. And everyone, Hillary's free, free at last, free at last. Hillary Clinton is free at last. No, she's not. She's going to jail, bitches. She couldn't have won that election because within 18 months she would have been impeached and facing federal prison time. They got her on. Phew. But that's not the FBI. The Congress has been keeping a very low profile. and doing their investigation so it can't be compromised, they're going to get her. So if Hillary, just say she had one, it wasn't the FBI that stopped Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton stopped Hillary Clinton. All the corruption in her campaign stopped Hillary Clinton. The fact that she wasn't right in the head, she's just not. I mean, yeah, there have been a lot of crazy presidents, okay? You say Bill was a little crazy. I liked him, but he was a little crazy. Nixon, he was a little crazy. He liked to drink. I don't have any problem with somebody that likes to drink. I like to drink. But he would walk the walls of the White House because he also suffered insomnia. Now, I know how bad that is. And he would talk to the portraits of all the presidents in there while he drank martinis. Sleep for an hour and get up and run the country. And, yeah, that's kind of crazy. To be totally honest with you. Probably the kind of president I would be. So, remember one thing. Everybody you see out there that's causing problems, we're not beating them on Muslims. No, we're not beating black people. No, we're not beating Latinos. They're beating us. But the reason everybody's white in these riots, even though the signs say F Trump, why would a guy who voted for Trump hold a sign that says rape Melania, whatever her name is? Melania.
We're going to work on this. Melania.
Thank you very much. Okay? They're holding signs that say rape Melania. The guy's going to vote for Trump and then hold that sign? No. That is what the Democratic Party has become. A party of hate. And it's going to dissolve. Any help I can give it, I will. By constantly telling you that the Democrats used to stand for men with honor and pride. John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Harry Truman. These were people that weren't involved in scandals, and they certainly wouldn't approve of this. But this Democratic Party, headed by a man who pretended to be American, pretended to be a birthright, pretended to be black, did nothing for anybody. He brought his scum into the Democratic Party. Scum such as Hillary Clinton, who was there at the same time he was, but gave her the power. Told her if she backed off, he'd make her Secretary of State, and after that, we'll make you the Democratic nominee. Because I got news for you: when a two-term president, okay, and he's out, because when you're a one-term president, you're the only one running. No one's going to come up against you. Otherwise, your name is mud in the party. But after the 2 terms, when it's a free-for-all, everybody except Bernie Sanders backed off. Because they were ordered to back off because Obama and Clinton had a deal. It's been shady from the beginning. But when you see all these white folks out there holding their signs, you know what they are? They're idiots that forgot to vote. And they're very angry. They're not going to get anywhere. But they will get shot. Because they are calling for violence. They are calling for the assassination of Trump. And they are calling for violence against the police. They're going to be shot and shot dead. Because we don't have to worry anymore. Oh, a cop shot somebody. Oh, Obama's going to be... Screw him. He's out of the country. He didn't want him part of this mess. No, we're going to fire back at him. And all they got to do is fire one shot. They already did last night, as a matter of fact. But they're so stupid. The guy that fired the shot, which was intended for a police officer, shot a fellow protester in the back of the head. Hey, nice job, man. Nice job, idiot. Although I prefer you shoot the protester as opposed to the cop. So 27 minutes past the hour. There's other stuff to get to today. And we shall do that. Let's take a break. You know, I'm going to sit here and tell you the truth. And this radio station helped Trump win Florida. And my voice helped Trump win Florida. And you people out there with some common freaking sense helped Trump win Florida. Even if you were a registered Democrat, you knew, because I told you, you could go in the general election and vote for whoever you wanted. And you did. And you voted Trump. And there were a lot of Trump Democrats, by the way. So let's take a break, man. You're listening to The Doc Show. I am The Doc. You can challenge me if you wish, but it won't get you anywhere. 407-498-3193. Whew. The week's underway. I'm already sweating.